How is it already morning? This makes about as much sense as it did last night. Let's take a look at the evidence for the cajillionth time. I've gotta be missing something. No matter what that photo of me suggests, there's no way I shot Safi. Is that me? Did I go back in time and do that? It doesn't make any sense, and I would never hurt Safi. Not on purpose. That isn't me. It can't be. There's also that flash drive from Gwen. Maybe something on there will crack the case wide open. Sorry, Gwen. If there's something useful on this, maybe you'll thank me later. Hold on. She's looking right at the camera, like she knows it's there. Does she want to get caught? Or is this another doppelganger? Maybe if I go object by object, an answer will jump out at me? I read the beginning. It's annoyingly good. Unfortunately, Restraining Order Lucas said Safi once threatened to turn his son against him. That certainly implies some bad blood in their past. But that Lucas was scared of Safi, not out for revenge. None of this is conclusive enough. Why on earth did Gwen cancel Safi's book deal? Didn't she help her to get it in the first place? Whoever did this had to go to so much trouble. Vin definitely knows more about the cow skull than he's letting on. Plus, there was that photo of him and Safi canoodling. But what does that even mean? Before Safi died, Gwen got her book canceled, and I still don't know why. But that doesn't mean she killed Safi. Plus, Dead World Gwen seems genuinely torn up over her death. Yeah, the Gwen theory has some holes. Coffee. Coffee is friend. Get coffee now. No matter how much I stare at you, you refuse to make sense. Moses?
Hello, Miss Caulfield.
Oh, fuck.
Can I come in?
The photo. If he sees that...
I have some questions for you.
Of course. I can answer your questions right here.
Well, this is a nice change of pace since yesterday. I appreciate the cooperation. There are just a few details I'm struggling to make sense of.
Go ahead.
Arcadia Bay, where you went to high school, right?
Yes?
A beautiful town with a surprisingly violent story to tell. Not unlike...
Arcadia Bay and Safi are not connected.
A whole town wiped out by a freak storm. What do you think, Miss Caulfield? Are you the one who's unlucky, or is it just everyone who ever meets you?
Go fuck yourself. Arcadia Bay has nothing to do with Safi.
Ooh, there it is. Touched a nerve? I knew I'd find one if I kept poking around.
Detective, I'm not answering any more of his questions.
What the fuck happened to the telescope, Maxine?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Someone was in the office with me. I could hear them. I saw Moses in the hallway, but I didn't see you. All right, enough. We're not getting anywhere. This case has been abnormal from the beginning. None of the evidence makes any sense.
At least that's something we can agree on.
But I know why now. Somehow, all this death leads to you.
That's not true. He saw it. He saw the photo. Stupid Max. Stupid. What the hell do I do now? None of this makes any sense. What happened that night? Why the fuck am I in this picture? The old me would have just jumped back in time to the moment this photo was taken. Maybe I still could.
That's what it feels like to capture the perfect photo. Feels good. Final.
Safi.
It's here too.
But there wasn't a storm the day Safi died.
Maybe we are cursed. You, me, and Maya.
Safi! How did we get here? What happened?
Stop stalling, Max!
Tell me how to stop this! What do I have to do?
Pull the trigger!
What? No. No, that wasn't enough time. Come on. If I can just... Fuck! Moses, you were right. I don't know how, but you were. I have to tell him. Everything. Moses is waiting for me up there. Hopefully. Moses is waiting for me up there. Hopefully. At least you're normal. This is where the police tape was yesterday. Did the cops take it down on Alderman's orders? He's not here. Yet. Let's give him a few minutes. Maybe wait on the bench. If I didn't know what used to be here, I'd find this really beautiful. I know Safi would have something poetic to say about this. If only.
Stay the fuck away.
What if he doesn't come? I couldn't blame him. I killed his best friend. What does that say about me? That any version of me, could do something like that? He's probably not coming.
Diamond knows where I am and who I'm meeting. So don't do anything stupid.
I deserved that.
You wanted to talk. So talk. Tell me the truth. Tell me why you did it.
I don't think I've actually done it yet. I think it was a future version of me. Moses, wait! I asked you to come here so I could show you proof. Something is weird about this place. Look. These flowers. What are the odds they'd bloom in the middle of winter? exactly in the shape of Safi's body?
5 minutes and then I leave.
Okay. So, what if I told you there's this other timeline where Safi is alive and I can travel between this timeline and that one?
4 minutes.
I know that it sounds insane. But I can show you. I'll hop from this timeline to the other. You'll see me, poof, disappear.
Yeah, to some magical fantasy world where you didn't kill Safi, right?
It's not a fantasy world. It's connected to this one. If I try to, I can even see the other one from here.
Wait, you can see across them?
And here, too.
So if you disappear or whatever, and I do something while you're gone,
I can tell you what it was when I come back. And then you'll believe me?
it'd be a start.
Okay. Okay, deal. Alright. There's a chance Moses will believe me. First, I gotta hop over to the other timeline. Now to see what Moses is up to on the other side. Some of that was definitely directed at me. Shit. I think Moses is too stunned to do anything. Let me jump back over to make sure I didn't break him.
Max? Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
Upset me? Are you kidding? You did something physics says should be impossible. Is impossible.
So you believe me?
Yes. And no. You disappeared. Max, literally. I completely forgot to do anything.
Okay. Let's try it again.
Ready when you are.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Right next door.
kind of in the middle of something right now, Platypus Facts.
What did I do when you were away?
And then you said...
Machine Angel Psychic Storm.
Yep. That's what I did. Wow. I mean...
Yeah, near as I can tell, Safi's death is where the timelines split. I think her absence is the only difference between the two.
I guess that could be a big enough event to lead to...
You okay?
So Safi's alive over there, huh?
She is. And she's...
Don't say happy. We both know that would be a lie.
You're right.
When you see her again, can you give her something for me?
The bottle cap? How did you...
Safi slipped it back to me that night. Found it in my equipment. You give that to her, tell her to stay safe, Max. Make her swear to it.
I will. Promise. But I think she's going to need our help.
What do you mean?
When I was a teenager, I could rewind time. Just raise my hand and undo everything that had just been done.
Okay.
And if I had a photo, I could go back even farther.
Wait. Could. Past tense?
Yeah. Turns out when you try to change the past, you don't actually fix anything.
Sure. But what if the best way to fix things isn't changing your past, but rather changing your present?
How dare you bring logic to my pity party? The point is, I stopped using it, and now it barely works.
Okay, but there's a photo of you from that night, with a gun. You're saying that could be the future you? Even though you can't do that anymore?
This morning I tried rewinding into that photo. It felt like trying to flex an atrophied muscle. Nothing made sense. But I was there, in the past. Safi mentioned Maya, and oh God, the storm.
Max?
Look, there's a timeline where, for some reason, I shot Safi. This one. And there's a timeline where I didn't. I feel like, intentionally or not, these two worlds exist because of a decision I'm going to have to make.
Holy shit.
Moses, I've been here before. When I could rewind, it broke time. People got hurt. I can't let what happened in Arcadia Bay happen here too. Oh, shit.
Okay. first look at the crime scene is inconclusive. I'll need some further insight into Miss Llewellyn Fayette's mental state. Not to call a shot prematurely, but if this isn't suicide, I'd put money on a Mr. Moses Murphy, friend of the deceased, being the perp. I need to introduce myself to Mr. Murphy.
He's talking like he hasn't already met you. Like he's...
Alderman from yesterday. An alderman that already happened? Max, this is really bad. Time isn't supposed to act this way.
It appears something was removed from her person post-mortem. Maybe the camera her mother mentioned.
We need to get the hell out of here.
I fucking knew it. Returning to the scene of the crime? Amateur hour shit. How'd I let a couple of small-time fuck-ups like you get under my skin?
You're not making any sense.
You want to talk about sense? Nothing about you makes sense. Telescopes don't put themselves together. Evidence doesn't disappear. You're going to pay for what you've done, Maxine Caulfield. And I'm here to collect.
Did I kill him?
You had to. Would have been you otherwise. Max, if this spreads to campus, if our colleagues, our friends, our students get devoured like this,
I can just stop using my powers.
it started with Safi. Maybe if we can figure out why she died, then maybe we can prevent all of this.
That's what I've been trying to do. The whole day I've been talking to people and spying on them and taking their stuff.
Hey, Safi mentioned Maya, right? When you rewound?
Right. What do you think Maya has to do with all this?
No idea. Maya was before my time. But Gwen Hunter might know more than me. She was Safi's mentor during all that mess.
Gwen. Gotta go talk to Gwen. I'm still shaking. Alderman was, and then he just wasn't. And Moses and I were standing so close. But I'm here now. I'm here. I'm all right. Okay, talk to Gwen, see what she knows about Maya, and while I'm at it, I'd like to know why she killed Safi's book deal. Cool. I'm a tired sun, sleepy moon, and exhausted rising.
Professor Asshat's grading my final right now. Yeah, left his door open. I got to watch him hate my writing in real time. I could practically read my grade off his face. Martin Hart, F-. Yeah.
My younger self might have thought this would make an edgy photo.
Hey.
I, for one, kind of like the paper straws.
Then boom! The spaceship crashes right in the middle of a park, and this alien crawls out of the hatch.
That seems like a lot of money for a student project.
I'm only gonna shoot the trailer. I figure I can cut costs doing some old school practical effects.
Seems like you've got a plan. Still very ambitious.
Go big or go home, right?
I'd been meaning to ask Diamond about her new movie. It's nice to see her so excited about something other than Moses. Lo-fi ambient bellows to chill/study to. A classic. If we can't sit on tables, where are the cool kids expected to sit? In chairs? Like a bunch of squares? Meeting tomorrow. Where? What meeting? Is it endorsing meetings in general? Have fun.
Audrey? I'm worried about Kim.
So am I. None of my attempts to reach out have yielded results. You?
Nope. She's still not answering any of my calls. I think she's blocking them.
I saw her in the North Quad, but she turned and ran the other way.
This just isn't like her.
Last time we spoke, Kim said she didn't want to go out. I think she's depressed.
Well, she told me she was busy. She's probably too focused on school. What she needs is a friend she can empathize with.
Someone a bit more in alignment with her intellect.
Someone who isn't droll with a stick up their ass.
Funny.
I've got it! Let's send Kim a gift so she knows we're thinking about her. What's the humming about?
Is receiving gifts truly her love language?
I don't know. No wonder Kim's depressed. We don't even know her love language.
Pull yourself together. We can't break down now. Kim needs us.
You're right. Oh, roses! What if we sent her roses? Everyone likes that.
A classic object of beauty. I think that would please her.
But are roses too basic? I don't want Kim to think we chose low-hanging fruit.
You're right. It has to be perfect. We should research the perfect flower to give her.
This must be the professor Safi TA'd for. She mentioned he liked to tear this one kid down, but failing him is harsh. Shit. I need a password to change the grades. I'll never find it in this mess. Think about who you want to be. Don't get hung up on who you were. That's growth.
I know I should say something. It's just, it took me so long to get into the society. I'll be damned if I quit because of one little comment. Still, if I don't speak up, who will? I swear, if it was anyone else in charge, I'd feel a little bit better about all this. I don't know.
The society. Was she talking about Abraxas? Professors sitting on the table? Wait, Donner and Blitzen means thunder and lightning? Who knew Santa's reindeer were so metal? And then she didn't. Martin has an A here. I knew it. Safi would never fail this kid. Fuck, this doesn't look so great for Gwen. Enjoy the A, my dude. I think you've earned it. Old school. Nice. More music I'm not cool enough to know. It's alive! One of those Abraxas roses for Safi. I hope somebody is coming in to water you guys. Preferably someone who doesn't have to break in through an alternate dimension. So they took her computer, probably going through it right now. Tossing Gwen out screwed everybody over. Will Gwen be allowed to come back for these? Is that Safi's book? Hey, Gwen.
Max, hey! To what do I owe the pleasure?
Actually, I need to talk to you about Safi. No reason to beat around the bush. I know you got Safi's book deal canceled.
Shit.
What I don't understand is why.
Look, I don't know what I'm at liberty to tell you, but I'll do my best. What do you want to know?
That book meant the world to Safi. You had to know that losing it would break her heart.
Of course I did. I busted my ass to help Safi get that deal in the first place. Introduced her to my agent, my publisher, lobbied for her. I don't regret it. That book was good.
This keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Let me get this straight. You helped Safi get the deal, and then you killed it?
If it had to be done, it made sense for me to do it. You know, I brought you into this world, etc.
So what did you tell the publisher that made them nix the deal?
I told them there was incendiary content in the book, which was true. It would have harmed a lot of people, Safi included.
Safi's book was incendiary? How? What was it about?
Forgive me for dancing around things. I wish I could be straight with you, really. How much did Safi tell you about Maya Okada?
Gwen's bringing up Maya? Time to pay attention.
Maya Okada? Safi never mentioned the name.
She always did keep her cards close to her chest, didn't she? The two of them were like the creepy twins in The Shining. You never saw one without the other. And that Vin Lang kid used to follow the two of them around like a lost puppy. But then Maya took her own life.
And that's what Safi wrote about in her book?
Maya's death and everything around it. Her anger at her mom for even thinking of Caledon when she'd just lost a soulmate. Ultimately, I realized it wasn't worth putting Yasmin and Safi through all that again. I made a call. I don't know if it was the right one, but it's one I made.
Sounds like Yasmin can tell me more about Maya. I'll have to be tactful.
One last thing. Is that Safi's manuscript?
Oh, part of it, why?
Can I read it?
Someone ought to.
Reading Safi's manuscript after all this feels like, I don't know, being hit by a tidal wave. Whatever happened with Maya was explosive. Let's see what Yasmin has to say about her. One of Safi's former students, I guess. It takes me ages to comment on one student photo. I can't imagine having to grade exams. How can they have no record of him? They sent him.
Would you mind closing it behind you, Max?
Sorry, Yasmin, but I'll need to interrupt your downtime with some questions. Hi, Yasmin.
Maxine, how are you? I was worried after your nosebleed yesterday.
Like I said, I get those all the time.
Still, be careful. Small symptoms can be signs of larger problems. A toothache can mean a heart attack.
I'm gonna try not to think about that too hard. I was hoping we could talk.
Come, sit.
Have you seen Safi today?
No. We're meeting later this afternoon. I can tell her you were looking for her.
I heard about what happened to Dr. Hunter.
Yes.
Would you really fire her?
That depends on the findings of the committee. It's out of my hands now.
You look like you've won the day. Coffee's that good?
Our ratings are. Caledon is once again one of the top universities in the country. The coffee is just so-so.
Did Safi tell you her book deal was canceled?
What? No. How was she when she found out?
Not sure, but I bet she was devastated.
Oh, Safia. I'll be sure to talk to her about this.
I wanted to ask you about something. Have you heard of a student named Maya Okada?
Of course. She took her own life. 4 years ago. A horrible tragedy.
I think Safi's book was canceled because it was about Maya.
Impossible. Safia didn't even know Maya.
Did Yasmin just lie to me? Do I call her out? She'll be pissed, but I can cut straight to the point. Or should I go along with it and see what narrative she's trying to spin?
Everyone I've talked to says Safi and Maya were joined at the hip. You had to have known that.
Are you implying I'm lying?
all due respect, Yasmin, but I know you're not telling the truth.
Of all the brazen, ungrateful... Safi had nothing to do with what happened to Maya Okada. Whatever else may be true, that is the bottom line. What happened was messy and painful. You're Safia's friend. Surely you understand the need to protect her from rumors and gossip.
If it's just rumors, what are you afraid of?
Rumors are ammunition to those who want to see you fail. Because you're a woman. Because you're Arab. Because you're a single mother. Because... Frankly, it shocks me you don't realize this. Vin understood immediately.
What does Vin have to do with this?
Obviously, you won't stop digging. So go ask him yourself.
Wow, I guess I should talk to Vin. He's probably in the admin building.
Hey, sport? We're just gonna walk past me without saying hello?
Sport?
Yeah. I'm trying out middle-aged white dad slang nowadays. Is it working?
Sure. What are you doing on campus?
Just going on a coffee run?
But your coffee's better at the Turtle. This one tastes like ass.
Enough about me. What are you doing here?
I work here.
No. I mean, I just saw you talking to President Fayyad. What were you talking about?
I was asking her about Safi and her relationship with a student named Maya Okada.
Oh. Why?
It's kind of a long story, but it's for something important.
Sky's always falling for you, isn't it?
You have no idea.
Well, I'll leave you to your something important. See you around, Tiger.
See you, Amanda. He's probably in the admin building. This school's success means a lot to Yasmin. A crush on Lucas? Really? Things can't be that bad, can they?
Okay, Isabel, you were absolutely right.
As always. What, was I right about?
As it happens, a number of folks, faculty and staff alike, would love a 4-day work week.
And how many would you say a number is?
A dozen? And I only started talking to people after our chat yesterday. Not just the work week either. Lots of issues came up.
Such as?
Salaries, tenure track, the fact that at least 3 different department heads, including ours, have always been men.
We've been thinking too small.
We've been thinking way too small.
So a new proposal wouldn't be for a 4-day work week period. It'd be for a 4-day work week and...
Yes and no. We're not submitting a new proposal.
Holy shit, Rati. You mean...
I do. Better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
If you need help drafting a list of demands to take to Yasmin, I'm your girl.
Appreciate that, but it's still early days. If this is going to work, we need numbers.
The dozen you mentioned before?
Not nearly enough. And even those aren't guaranteed to have our backs when push comes to shove.
So?
An administrative assistant. He's an amazing actor. I saw a couple of his plays back when he was an undergrad. It's what made me want to come to Caledon.
What's your point?
Shouldn't he be in, I don't know, Hollywood, Broadway, the Louvre?
The Louvre is a museum. They don't put actors there.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being a secretary.
Administrative assistant.
Whatever. Just, I think it's a waste is all.
So, you are saying there's something wrong with being an administrative assistant?
He's an actor. He should be on stage. I just don't understand why he wouldn't go for it. He's hot, he's talented, and he's got connections. What's holding him back?
Why don't you ask him?
I definitely am not going to ask him. He'd ruin my life.
I thought Vin loved you. Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, he does love me. But you can hurt the ones you love.
Deep.
I'm super deep.
It's Vin's business what he does with his life. And you never know. He might be acting in his free time.
I guess.
Keep up my shenanigans and I'll have to add Max Caulfield to the list. I didn't realize I needed cryptid erotica until just now. Looks like somebody had their last stand. Damn, Vin's the most popular class on campus. Vin likes hedgehogs, huh? I can see the resemblance. Spiky outside, soft underbelly. Say cheese, little guy. I don't like the looks of this guy. Too grim reapy. Changing Yasmin's schedule must have been agonizing. For both her and Vin. Looking for gigs out on the West Coast, huh? Break a leg, Vin.
How nice of you to finally return my phone calls, Desmond. Damn the emails. Safi was our only child. Can't you spare 15 minutes to discuss her funerary arrangements? No, she didn't have a will. And though she died by suicide, she didn't leave a note.
Died by suicide? But I thought...
I prefer for her to be buried as soon as possible. I hate the thought of her lying in a funeral home, alone.
I can't keep listening to this.
The hedgehog, distant relative of the shrew, enjoys its rest after a full day's work for the kahuna.
Just don't break it?
I could just get you a new one. It cost me like $2.
I don't want a new one. I want the one you gave me.
Safi bought him that hedgehog? That's sweet. Caledon's Gorilla Girl strikes again. Keep fighting the good fight, kid. Hey, Vin.
Yasmin's out right now. Sorry to disappoint. Unless you're here for me. In which case, I'll do my best to be of service.
Do you talk like this to everyone who comes near Yasmin's office?
I've never met a pissed off board member I can't defang with a little eyebrow action.
Speaking of Yasmin, how did you end up in her good graces?
Oh, it's been so long I can't remember. She probably saw me in The Importance of Being Earnest my freshman year. Not to brag, but I was kind of a campus sensation as Algernon.
So it had nothing to do with Maya Okada?
Wow. You know Maya's name. Am I supposed to collapse under the weight of that revelation?
You're supposed to talk to me like a human being about what happened with her.
What do you need me for, Super Sleuth? You're obviously capable of digging up ancient gossip on your own. Now, if you'll excuse me, Gwen's hearing completely scrambled Kahuna's schedule.
No casual chats about Maya. Noted.
talk to you about Abraxas and who should be leading it.
Waiting until I'm down to try to kick me out, huh? I thought you were smarter than that. And nicer, frankly.
Ben, cut the bullshit. This isn't about you. It's about the best person to head Abraxas. Right now, you're not in a place where
I'm in a
you
place
can...
to keep Abraxas above it all. As long as I have this job, we could light the observatory on fire and get away with it.
You're not even a student here. You graduated years ago. Plus, Abraxas should be about marginalized people making subversive art. Not about straight white guys getting wasted and committing arson.
Don't mind us, Max. We were just finishing up.
Then Abraxas needs new blood.
You mean you need another line on your resume?
Hold up, can we talk? I just want to ask you about Maya.
Please. I can't handle the both of you. Trying to exploit my weak spots.
Did I just witness a failed crown snatching?
You gotta seize the opportunities when you can. And hey, it almost worked. Speaking of which, what's the deal with Maya? Isn't she the undergrad who died a while ago?
That's her? Why, do you know anything?
Just that Vin looks like he bit into a lemon anytime someone says her name.
So Maya makes Vin uncomfortable, huh? Let's find out why.
There's gonna be a debate at the beginning of next semester. A special little pissing match for Vin and me. Vin usually runs for Abraxas president unopposed. But if I had the right piece of dirt, I bet I could make him step down.
If I give her something juicy and then go to the other timeline, maybe I can listen in on Diamond confronting Vin? Vin gave a statement where he said Maya had mental health problems. Which may have been true, but I think there's more. What I'm saying is, someone let Maya down. Really badly.
I don't get it. Were Maya and Vin friends or something?
I'm not sure, but they definitely knew each other.
And Vin gave a statement about her death. What a pompous little piece of shit.
Just try not to go too hard on him, okay? He's not in the greatest place.
Relax. I'm not Loretta.
Can you do me a favor? Wait until I get out of here to bring this up with him.
You got it. I won't jeopardize your getaway.
This Vin's not going to tell me anything. Maybe the other one has looser lips. If I'm going to listen in on this conversation, I need to cross to the other side. Would Alderman's mother know what happened to her son? Oh, shit. Do I have to go to Abraxas meetings now? This is why I never did extracurriculars.
You let a man make a stale cup of coffee in peace?
No. Because here's the thing. I didn't want to bring this up before, but I know about the statement you made. About Maya. You told people she had mental health issues, but that wasn't the whole story, was it?
That's an extremely fucked up thing to bring up.
Nobody expects the head of Abraxas to be Mother Teresa, but they shouldn't be covering up details about someone's death.
All right, fine. You want to know what happened? After Maya died, Yasmin told me that if I stated on the record that Maya was troubled, she'd give me a job as her assistant.
Holy.
Why would anyone want to hear about what you had to say about Maya?
I don't know, Dinah, maybe because we were fucking friends? We met in one of Colmenaro's fiction classes and it clicked.
And you said that shit about her?
Shut up! You wanted a performance and now you're gonna kill it. I grew up without any money, okay? Most kids at Caledon don't get what that's like. And I'm not fucking stupid, okay? I'm not gonna make it as an actor. So yes, Yasmin promised me a stable, respectable job, health insurance. And I took it. And I cared about Maya. And it was a horrible thing to do, and I've regretted it ever since.
Then, that's... I don't have to bring that up in the debate.
There's not gonna be a debate. I'm dropping out of the race.
You're just gonna let me be the head of Abraxas? Like that?
It doesn't feel very good. In the end, does it?
Vin met Maya in Lucas's class, and he also knows something about the cow skull through Safi's windshield, which conveniently made Lucas look guilty. If I can pressure the other Vin, maybe he'll tell me what the hell is going on here.